Beautiful. Start over again. Hold on a second. Beautiful night, beautiful light, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm your hostess. I'm known as Melinda NailFanatic and Empress and Melinda and Mommy and Grandma and Auntie. And hey, sis, I'm known like that too. Anyways, we're back to deliver your latest free, timeless channel general tarot message for the Tarot in the Shadows series. So if you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. And thank you for the growth on the channel. If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. For answers to your questions, look below the video in the facts where you'll find all the answers. Okay. And after these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. All right. We're going to pull our last message first. DJ Ice, welcome, our first commenter. Yes, finally first. Yes, you love me. I appreciate that. I could use all the love I could get, and I do. I love you too, and I love me too, and I'm glad because it takes one to know one. Hey, baby. So let's see what we got for our last message. Thank you. There it is. And then from the PNQ Oracle. Hold on. We got a soplalo. To all of our cards for the session tonight. Shout out to all our silent lovers, doctors, watchers, haters, imitators, all of y'all. So thankful and grateful you choose to join us anyway. Because I see some of y'all, you watch my show and you love me, but you be like, God, I hate you. Because I've been telling it like it is and I've been calling your ass out and you can't stand it. But you can't stay away neither. You got to keep, every time you try to leave, something keeps pulling you back, telling me I need you in my life. Okay, it's I need you in my life. Okay. What I heard was telling you you need me in your life. So let's see, what do we have from the PNQ Oracle today? I love my grandsons are learning to spell and read, and it's so fun to watch their awareness and their knowing expand. And I just love that Quentin wrote here, he runs. He runs. And I said, well, what is this? He said, it's Sonic with gold coins running to the portal to go to the forest. And when this card first came out, the way I saw it was like your higher self chasing you to the forest. I don't know if there was another card that I got that from or if I just got it all off of this card, but that's all I remember right now. But it says he runs. So we'll see what's the significance of that for tonight's reading. Let's see what we have from the download oracle for tonight's Tarot in the Shadow messages. You guys, I did a long session today with all your zodiac signs in English and Spanish. Go check it out. I recorded the energy. I did the recording on Valentine's Day. Personally, I'm not big on any of the holidays because I just know too much about the origins and such. But I love the energy of love, as you know. So I did a little video. Of course, as with all the messages, it doesn't matter. Even if I have a date spread in it, if it's you watching it, it's timeless. Whenever you find it is when you need it. So if you're drawn to check that out, definitely do. If you're drawn to share it with somebody or on your page, definitely do. All right, here we go. Oh, I love this energy, and that's what we're talking about. We already started channeling. I see the session began a while back. As soon as I had to clear my throat. Now let me clear my throat. Okay, gotta put that in the thing. You said. I ain't heard that song in forever. Does he say have mercy now? Something like that. I don't know. Let me clear my throat. Wow. Okay, let me look at the lyrics. Heard. I'm like, just stop and look at the lyrics. It's okay. Hold on. Let me see. Oh my God. If I could get it in here correctly. Okay. At the count of 3, I want everybody in the place to make some noise if you're down with me. 1, 2, 3. And then it says, hit me with the horns, Tony. Okay, bull energy in the house. I just saw it. Keep making noise. Keep making noise. Yeah, oh, here we go now. Here we go. Here we go now. Okay, now listen. Some of y'all might know this and some of y'all don't. Some of y'all might be with this and some of y'all won't. But listen, let me clear my throat. Oh, have mercy, babe. I hope you don't mind. Let me clear my throat. Special dedication going out to everybody here in Bahama Bay in Philadelphia. Here we go now. Check it out. Okay, so all right, I think I'm going to stop there. That's a lot of lyrics in this song. But that was it. Have mercy, babe. Now let me clear my throat. And what did it say? Hold on. I need to listen to the song. I'm telling you, I haven't heard it in forever. He said, some of y'all might be with this and some of y'all won't. But listen, let me clear my throat. I love that. I freaking love that. If I start saying that at the beginning of the show, sometimes don't be surprised because I will. The only real ride or die you will ever find is you. Everyone else is just a side piece. You never know how long they'll stay. Love yourself consistently. Okay. So, even if they really do love you and everything is authentic and everything goes as best as possible according to your fantasy dream, still, like, people come and go, whether it's by natural cycles of transition and rebirth, or if it's by other reasons of free will or circumstance or your choice or whatever it is. The one that's really going to stick with you all the time. I mean, even for those of you who had mommies and daddies that loved you and don't have them no more, you can feel what I'm talking about. A person don't always necessarily choose to not be there. Sometimes you have a hard time getting them to go, I heard. But through the whole process, you need to love yourself consistently. I hear, and the better we get at that, the less that there'll be chaotic circumstances that give good cause for ones to not be there. Okay. From the dedications, what do we have? All right. Back when I was a child, before life removed all the innocence, my father would lift me high and dance with my mother and me. And that is so off key. Spin me around till I fell asleep. Then up the stairs he would carry me. And I knew for sure I was loved. If I could get another chance, another walk, another dance with him, I'd play a song that would never ever end. How I'd love, love, love to dance with my father again. Yo, I had a really magical experience with this song. I had just come in. I told this experience the other day. I just come in, and when I did like this, I got guided, put the song on, felt like I was on a conveyor belt, especially when I had that curve. But I had this whole time this knowing that I didn't have to do a fucking thing. I could stop at any moment and run again. Or, well, back then I didn't know it was run again, but now I know it was run again from the voice of my father. Not just my physical father, although it was a dance with my human father that I had in this experience many years after he had passed. But that was the way God could speak to me, that I was more receptive. Okay. And maybe God was always speaking to me with that voice, but I just wasn't ready to receive. Maybe I wasn't in tune enough with the love for myself to hear the voice of pure love like that, with what its true sound was. Okay. So there's something here about psychic phenomena, I hear. There's the voice of God and what that sounds like in your intuitive eyes and ears. Okay. And feelings. Because sometimes you're sitting there, you're thinking, if my mom or my dad was here, they would say this right now. And they would, and they are. And that's why you're picking it up. And then the other thing is, sometimes they'll give you guidance, But you got to understand, the moment any of us reunites with spirit and transitions, that's what it is. It's a full union to spirit again. So you are God at that point. You are the angels, the ancestors, and the gods. Like, you're the spirit world. You're that what God is, without the physical vessel to cover, no, to define a physical focal point for you, because you're really so much larger than your physical essence. All right. He runs. And there's this tree, which definitely speaks to that energy. And his hands are like, come on, stars. I feel like his hands are telling the stars, come on, we're going this way. But it's the coins that he needs to get through the portals. So in that, it's like you have your own magic coin. What is it? What is your magic coin? All right. From the Akashic Tarot, what's the overall message for this session of Tarot in the Shadows, please and thank you. All right. So I also heard with the Ride or Die card that you gotta have also the knowing that even if you choose an experience to get real intimate with another person in whatever type of way, okay, as a friend, a family member, or a lover, you need to understand that no matter how the connection goes, you'll be better off for choosing love and going through the experience, choosing love and peace and happiness, if you're craving it, right? If you're not craving it, then you're like going against what you want, which means it just means you're not going to be feeling that feeling that feels better because you keep choosing against it. Okay. All right. As we channel through the shuffle. Cupid, shuffle. I heard Cupid, shuffle. Oh, okay. So somebody is Cupid, shuffle. Okay, Cupid. All right, whatever. The Akashic field is the one of forces. Wow. All right. What a scene. Look at the sky. I see a field of pure potential, man. I see. This reminds me of how when I'm driving home and I notice the sun and the sunset and stuff like that. And I always say, oh, thank you, God, for my beautiful painting. That's how I feel about that. Okay. One second. Let me find where it's at in the book. I need to put some dog ears in this book for sure. Okay, found it. All right. Like the Akashic field, the Aurora Borealis flows with energy and brilliance as charged particles from the sun interact with atoms in the Earth's atmosphere. The 93 million miles from the sun to the Earth is nothing compared to the limitless consciousness of the Akashic field. All information, power, energy, and experiences vibrate within this realm of unending truth and possibility, and every bit of it can be yours. Receiving this card upright tells you that amazing opportunities abound at this time. You can increase and accelerate the experience by opening the doors to the Akashic. They're screaming at me about how we did that the other night with the reading where the card came out. Of the Akashic records, excuse me. Your life force energy resonates with universal synchronicity now. So you can explore the records and receive exactly the information that you need and the energy that can help. Engage in this pursuit with a conscious focus. Write your intentions and ask for inspiration. Meditate on the Akashic field and visualize your goals. The universe is ready and willing to align with your heartfelt desires, and now is the time to make them happen. Reverse meaning, the Akashic field reversed indicates a time of fragmentation and agitated energy within or around you. You may be going through some sort of crisis, or you may be on the receiving end of some grief or hostility, which is really throwing you for a loop. Your worry and panic is splitting your energy and causing a frantic vibration. You need to know that the universal consciousness of creation is still available to you. Eternal inspiration is always vibrating around us, but until we can calm down and rein in the emotional intensity, we will be like a radio station tuned to the wrong frequency and picking up only static. The field in the world is filled with potential solutions to every problem, the very problems that are making you upset. So stop, take a step back, and try to get new perspective on things. It may be advisable to look into past life influences, for they vibrate in the Akashic field as well. The Akashic force, close your eyes and imagine yourself entering the boundless and brilliant Akashic field. It's almost as if you're stepping upon the Milky Way and all its stars roll out before you, offering their light and power. Feel this profound force igniting your dreams and lighting your way. I like the guidance here. Write your dreams, write your intentions, and ask for inspiration. I really like that guidance. Okay. What are 3 factors in our experience at this time? Let's see what we have. What are 3 main factors in our experience for this session of tarot in the shadows? Please and thank you. There's 1. There's 2. Okay. Both of them kind of landing in my hand. And 1 more, please. And thank you. And there's 3. The bottom of the deck is a handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. And I see the teardrops. Lonely teardrops. Like you'll never know. Lonely teardrops. Come home. Come home. Just say you will. Say you will. Okay, listen. Lonely Teardrops. I don't know if I sang that song wrong or if I just put like 2 or 3 songs together. I'm not sure. But that's how it came out. It says great personal sorrow. Somebody is crying, saying about And this could be, I feel like this could be the person that you're meeting. You're meeting somebody with lonely teardrops. Okay. The first card that came out and kind of stayed in my hand was dissatisfaction with life, the cracked cup. Okay. And the teardrops was actually the last card. The second card that came out was the broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Somebody here is thinking about reconnecting and going into another cycle. And it could be in the Akashic field in past life energies. I hear, yes, it was. Okay. Somebody here, this is about sadness because of your father that's not here. Somebody is in sadness about that. All right. Let's see, what is the guidance? The Akashic field is here to let you know that as you're going through whatever you're going through, you're fully supported. And now is the perfect time to consciously choose to tap into the Akashic field positioning. You're in the perfect position for this at this time. Your position is perfect. Okay. You're learning about being there for you. Did you have some realizations that you had betrayed yourself in order to be loyal to those who are not loyal to you? Ooh. And you wonder why you were having experiences with ones who weren't loyal to you, but you were betraying yourself by staying anyways. Or you were betraying yourself because you wouldn't get into the groove of what was there. Okay. But now, again, that energy of somebody here thinking about their loved one in spirit, whoever that is. Also, again, tapping into that divine energy. Because remember, we started talking about your connection with the divine. If maybe you ain't put your hands on your tree, maybe you need to start building a practice of putting your hands on your tree every day, Melinda. Okay. All right. The bottom of the deck, we have unconventional. Yeah, you've been doing things unconventionally, differently. I heard, get out of your mind. 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 Whatever. Oh my goodness. All right. I see they want to teach me how to be a rapper next. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you've been doing what you can to get out of your mind. There's certain things maybe you've tried not to think about it. Every time you start to think about it, it like creates this whole jumble in your head. Go hug your tree. If you're feeling jumbled in your head, go hug your tree. And then I like that infinity grounding meditation where you see yourself as a center point of the figure 8 that actually is all around your energy in every direction. Because it's a Taurus. It's the Taurus energy. You picture yourself at the center point of the Taurus. Remember from the reading earlier today where those points converge, where you're in this flow state with the universe. As above, so below. Everything is in a beautiful flow. Yes, praise and thank you. All right. So thank you, Jabrai, as well, for sending me this deck to share with the tribe. The African Tarot is the deck we're going to read with tonight. And if you love it, like I do, go get yourself one with a discount. Okay, info below. All right. We're going to do the whole full spiel here. So connecting the body and the body. Connecting the body, heart, and mind. Connecting the body and the spirit. Softer. Okay, softer. Connecting the heart, mind, and body. Connecting the heart, mind, and heart. Connecting the heart, mind, and spirit. Okay. Connecting the spirit and the body. Connecting the spirit, heart, and mind. Connecting the spirit and the spirit. One for the body. One for the heart. One for the mind. One for the spirit. Divine truth. Let me see speaking here. All right. You're showing up as the Queen of Discs. Earth energy. Doing your self-development. Focused on a goal. Putting in the work. Doing the steps. Taking the actions. Going through the processes to attain. What does that coin represent for you? Okay. I'm hearing, and what does money mean to you? Is it about being richer than the next guy? Is it about being the richest in your family? Is it about, what is it about? For me, it's about, and I feel like this is for you too, it's about taking care of your loved ones and having whatever you know is beneficial in this physical experience, and having that as a tool to utilize for that. I feel like, yeah, the Queen of this energy that you're showing up with, she makes things grow. Okay. Dr. Green Thumb, paging Dr. Green Thumb. I want to, what's the book say about her? She's a mother energy. She, even if she doesn't have children, she might have fur babies, but she is very earthy. As a description, she could be earthy. I think you said that plenty of times already. As a description, she could be somebody with longer hair, darker colored hair, more color to the skin. She is somebody who is into gardening, somebody who is into financial things. As far as, yeah, so some of you you might work in a garden, you might be into making clothes, or designing furniture, making furniture. Okay, very hands-on. Cooks and caregivers, caregiver positions and financial positions. Okay, all right. Queen of Discs. The meaning: get your life in order, review your finances, and make sure all important legal documents are in place. Assess your material life and fix anything that needs attention. The queen sits back and assesses the coin in her hand. She manages the practical affairs of her kingdom. Upright, it means stability and necessity. In reverse, it means instability and desires leading to debt. Okay. All right. Let's get the whole picture here. The energy of what's happening in this experience is the Magician. Something, all the resources coming together, and there's like a magical experience happening here. I did speak about psychic phenomena, paranormal activity for someone. What else? On the other side of this, we have the Four of Discs. It's another earth energy. All right. What you need to know is the Ace of Discs and the guidance for your highest, lightest, and brightest outcome. We have the Three of Cups. So if you don't have time to stay with us for whatever this message turns into, basically it goes like this. Honey, until further notice, celebrate, because the bag is in your hand and God's putting it there, okay? You've been feeling like things are being tight lately, like something being held back. Well, guess what? It's just been building up. It's about to pay out for you. There's a payoff coming up here for you. The Seven of Spears is at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you just had to get some funk out of your head. You had to get some funk out of your head. Let me see more below that. We have Judgment below that. Yeah, you cut yourself up in one of your old cycles. It kind of came back again. And that's the cycle challenge where everything is hard. You know, do you constantly find yourself or hear yourself? Start paying attention to how you describe things, okay? Because a lot of times we hear, if we were listening to ourselves, we would hear ourselves say, well, it's so hard. It's so hard. Yeah. It's like if you don't have something nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Keep your mouth shut. But here you are in your energy. I see it like you're blessing it. You're holding it up to the sun so it can get some light too. It's like you're holding it in this beautiful position of honor and respect and appreciation for what you've been building. And now what's manifested for you, you got a magic bag coming in. So I love it. Until further notice, celebrate, baby, because that's the vibe that brings it in, tribe. Yeah, that's the vibe right there. There's there's a positive reason for why things happen, but we haven't had the training in finding that, like we have had the training in finding the worst thing to think about a situation. So here we are retraining our thought patterns and our speech patterns to be more advantageous for ourselves, because the truth is we're always manifesting, we're always materializing, we're always realizing it. Life is a self-fulfilled prophecy. Here it looks like prophesying some barely making it, funny money type shit. It reminds me of this dude has a song like that, something like that. All I know is I'll sit there, I'm like, Anyways, so are you making music about being broke? Because if you are, that's not exactly the kind of vibe you actually really want. Okay, here we go. Let's get into these messages. First with our handmade clarifying deck. Put some shuffles on this. Yeah, so God's got a bag for you. You've been clearing your space. You've been holding back your energy. You're not really dealing with nobody right now. I don't see another person showing up in the other side of the table. What I see is on the other side of the table, it's still you, and you're protecting your heart, and you're guarding and you're guarding your time as well. Because for me, Pentacles talks about physical things, including time. Why? Because to me, time is money. And you can't go to the store and make some more time. And you can't go to the store or to a job and earn some more time. There's that one movie, though, where they could. That shit was crazy. But you could earn some more money. So to me, time, because of the value of the gold and the coins, you see what I'm saying? Anyways, as we've dwelt on that, why is this Queen of Coins here? You've been putting your time and your focus, and I see you've been guarding that. Okay, Eight of Wands, the arrows of love. Please let me have, Judgment, wisdom. There's wisdom in here, rebirth, second chances. What? Second chances. Let's see what else. And they're saying, don't get it twisted. It doesn't mean it's with somebody else. It's like giving yourself a whole new life, because you realize that you didn't need to betray yourself in order to be loyal to somebody who was betraying you the whole time. And Ace of Wands to confirm you in your power. You're doing your own thing. A fresh seed, a fresh beginning. That's why there's a cracked cup. That's why there's a broken bridge. That's why there's teardrops. For somebody here, you're focused on your loved one in spirit and how they influenced you in a beautiful way. and you're communicating to them, and you could be crying out to them about what's on your heart right now. Because for some of you, yeah, justice. You're crying out for justice. Did you cry out to your loved ones in spirit for justice? Because if you did, they heard you. They heard you. Okay. The bottom of the deck right now, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. Queen of Swords is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. And it also, though, talks about setting your boundaries in a higher vibration. She's a really good listener and an excellent communicator. And I'm hearing an expert communicator. An expert communicator. Okay. She also, in a lower vibration, can be bitter AF and cold. And a lot of people will call her the widow, and they'll call her the what is it? I'm not getting the word. Anyways, it's like cold, detached, emotionally unavailable energy. In a lower vibration. So for some of you, maybe you were that way. And it was because of where you had yourself situated. You couldn't reconcile how it was that you was still in this situation. What is that situation? Well, you know, that one. Yeah, that one. Whatever one is on your mind, the one that Spirit just showed you. Okay. But yeah, there's still, so it's like the stories popping in those continually about you speaking to your loved ones in spirit, and then asking for justice and asking for guidance, and being given the guidance on how to do that, on what needs to happen for you. Okay, what steps are in your power to take. The guiding light says you're going to have to do something different and uncomfortable to reach the destination you've chosen. You're going to have to do something different and uncomfortable to reach the destination. So yeah, that's it. That's that fresh foot. I heard on the good foot. Okay, the good foot. So they're saying this wasn't easy. Wasn't easy, but you got to the point where it was the easiest thing to do was to liberate you. The Judgment card giving me that liberation energy, and you asked for the guidance, and clearly now here I see it showed up. It showed up. I think, I feel, I see, I do, I be, I act, I be, I love. So I think about what do I desire. I feel the feeling of it. I see myself living that life in my mind's eye, my magical projector that actually turns into my life. Then I do the things that make sense and take advantage of magical opportunities that present themselves. I act as if, and I become it, and I love it. There's that. All right. I'm not seeing how that applies. Correction. I stand corrected. I'm sure in a minute. Oh, okay. Thank you. So there's a reminder there. I know. Instead of, I'm not seeing how, they caught me cold-blooded right there on camera. Instead of, I don't know how, I'm not seeing how. All that. I'm even hearing, I can't really believe that this happened. Well, honey, this happened, and it's wild, and it might be outrageous, but believe what you just saw happen. For some reason, that needed to come out. Okay, you just saw something happen. You need to believe it. Okay. So if your dreams lived inside of your comfort zone, meaning you could be comfortable while accomplishing them, then they would be called accomplishments. Your dreams are only dreams because they're going to take you to the place that No, I don't want to do that, but I'm scared. I'm shy. I don't know. I don't think I can. I might pass out. Oh my God. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. Shut up. All right, here we go. They said, yeah, just shut up. Not for long, though, in my case. All right. You're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, and look at this, healing. Ooh, I heard, are you healing your financial matters? Are you healing your focal point matters? Are you healing the way you speak it out over your life? What is it you're healing here? It's important. It matters. And you are. I heard, I am healed. The bottom of the deck is the building blocks, the 1, 2, 3, and the ABC, baby. So this is getting down to your core basics, foundation of it all. This is the building blocks. This is restructuring. This is hitting, go back to basics. This is completely going back to basics. I hear with spirit, going back to basics. For somebody here who's missing daddy, you're thinking about all these different things, experiences with your daddy, and they're good ones, but now you've attached it to sorrow because you don't get to hug that physical vessel anymore. But why can you be grateful that your father, your mother, your loved one in spirit is now that divine source energy? And I hear that you need some help with this. So one thing that helps me, and maybe it might help you too, let me know if it does, is understanding that my father in his physical body, as well as my mother in hers, they were limited by their human understanding and their physical circumstances, including their own vessels. We're now in spirit. Oh, they're anywhere I ask them to be. You know what I'm saying? They're anywhere I ask them to be. And they're always there supporting me. Especially when what I'm calling for is in harmony with that love, peace, and happiness energy. All right. In your vibe as well, my happiness can be measured by the level of my faith in love. How perfect that goes. We're working with the miracles now tonight. Yeah. So I see like maybe there is still pain there about distance, but I feel like you've been through a lot behind that already. And the way your energy is showing up, it's like now you know what to do. And okay, for a lot of you, I heard this is going to be very much so guidance, though, because you're still in that place where you're still feeling very much the lonely teardrops, because you used to talk to whoever this was all the time on the phone, be at their house, be in their face, or they was in yours, or calling you, or texting you, or whatever it was. Oh, and that food was so good, man. Oh, the food was so good. Okay, bottom of the deck. If I want to feel supported, I must support myself. Boy, what a beautiful message tonight. Look, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. If I want to feel supported, I must support myself. Because when you're feeling supported and you're supporting yourself, then now your vibe is I'm supported, I support myself, and that's what you're radiating, that's where you're vibrating, that's what your frequency is. So let's get into the first round of trivia from the I know trivia. It's not called all that, it's just I know trivia. I do all these weird things when I shuffle the cards and how I pull cards, and every once in a while I switch stuff up. Again, it's coming out. There's no right or wrong way to do this. It's just do it. If you really have faith in God, in the universe, in yourself, in your higher self, in your angels, ancestors, and guides, it doesn't matter how you pull the cards. The perfect message is always going to come out. It doesn't matter What kind of cards do you read? The perfect message is always going to come out. But it all hinges on, have you really opened, have you cracked that cup open? Sidebar message here. Have you broken the bridge? Or is it still a broken bridge between you and spirit? Or have you cracked that cup open to where it's like, hold on, everything that's in here, it's all over me now. It is. What do you mean it's only over here in that cup? No, it's like it's all over me now. It's everywhere now. And the way I'm seeing it, so I know crack cup don't sound like what I'm talking about. I get it. Because my own ego is like, bitch, you don't make no fucking sense right now. But the way I'm looking at the image, you see that stream and there's something there in it. It's like you're sitting in the water being bathed by spirit. Or are you still at a distance from your intuition? Is it something you have to work on, try to exercise? Oh, because when I was shuffling to the body and the spirit connection, let me know that you're working too hard. You're trying too hard. Soften it a little bit. They said at that moment, they said, soften a little bit softer now, a little bit lower now, a little bit lower now. A little bit louder. They're going to let you know when to soften it and speed it, and when to soften it up and get a little bit louder. Okay. There's something there about that. First round of trivia. What do we have? It's an insect. I don't know if we've met this. It's a wasp, also known as the yellow jacket. Look at his face. This is showing up in your energy, in our energy. So let's see what we have. Right. True or false? Male wasps cannot sting. True. Multiple choice question. Which of the following is not a type of wasp? Was it the mud dauber, the purple emperor, or the tarantula hawk, which is not a type of wasp? If you guessed the purple emperor, you guessed correctly. Why did I have to stop and look at my fingers and count them as if I was still barely learning my ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, and my shapes and colors and shit? Anyways, an open-ended question. Where do most parasitoid wasps lay their eggs? Inside other insects. This is wild. Okay. So here you are. First off, male wasps cannot sting. You're showing up as a Queen of Pentacles. So what I'm getting is whoever, if you're a lady, the men, they just can't, it's like they can't fuck with you no more. They can't get to you like that no more. They just like, they cannot sting you anymore. You used to get so stung so bad. Okay. And I'm also hearing the sting of death, I hear that as well. Okay. Which is not a wasp, is the purple emperor. Okay, the purple emperor. So for somebody here, I see that whoever this parent is, they really carried you a lot in life, because they're showing me they held you a lot when you were a baby. They really love that. Is one thing I'm getting. Okay. Oh, and that too. Thank you. They're good in the reading from earlier today, which was today's version of the download. They showed up with the image of light that was standing there at that meeting point, and the lady was holding a little baby. It was a little tiny baby in there. I barely seen it. And that's what's happening for you. Okay, you're getting such beautiful, the messages are coming through loud and clear for you. Where do you lay your eggs? Inside other ones like you. In other words, here you are going around creating an awakening and a healing and all this by the way you interact with others. I won't be surprised if something about I let others see their behavior, something like that. I don't know. So there's this understanding that you're not responsible for their actions. You're not responsible for their feelings. You're finding more tactful ways to explain that as you heal yourself. But it's been very healing for you to liberate yourself from the weights. I hear from the weights of different things about other people's feelings. For whoever this was, the loved one that had passed recently, I see that this one, you know, are there some feelings of guilt sitting with you because the passing of your loved one lightened a huge load for you. You knew they weren't going to get any better. It was just them laying there. They weren't even there no more kind of energy. And it was hard for you to see them that way. So when they passed, there was this little bit of joy that they had passed. What you need to know is that was them tapping into you. The whole time you were so in tune with them that you were actually feeling their feelings. Wow, that's big. The feeling of, oh my God, this is becoming too much. This is becoming too much. This is too hard. This is too hard. I don't know if I can do it type of thing. You were feeling their feelings about being here still. And when you felt that bit of joy for a moment that instantly gave you shame, that bit of joy was their feeling as they reconnect with spirit, is what I hear. Okay. In this connection, we have magic with the magician materializing something. Let's see. Clarified by the 10 of Pentacles first. Then we have the 2 of Wands. Then we have the Ace of Cups. And the 2 of Swords. We also have, I have learned my worth and value, and as a result, I have outgrown the situation. Evolution. Okay. They got attitude. Whoever this is a spirit, they got attitude. In this situation, we have angel number 2244. The signs will light the way. Spiritual services are successful. Opportunities and assistance. Consider your options and choose what aligns with your life purpose and soul mission. Patience allows the ripening of divine timing and synchronistic rendezvous of co-creative components. And there it is. It's the energy that's written all around this card because it's the dominant energy here. So co-creative components showing up magically. And I keep hearing, I can do magic, baby. I'll perform a trick for you. I am not the victim. I am the lighthouse. Okay. So some of you are going to be having a conversation with a new person here. A meeting of a stranger. This person is going through some challenges right now. And they're really sitting in the energy of victimization because of some sort of loss. Okay. It could have been a loss. So for somebody, it was loss of their home. For somebody, it was loss of their car. For somebody, it was loss of their loved one. For somebody, it was loss of their job. For somebody, it was loss of, fill in the freaking blank. And for somebody, they got all of them. And you're hearing about all of them. And I see you creating awareness of how to find blessings in these through conversation. I hear, but do they really hear you? Or are they talking over you and glossing over what you just said? They're saying for the most effective way, what you would really help you get a gauge on where they're at as far as hearing what you're saying and receiving it, is to get them to tell it back to you some sort of way. Are we dealing with the child? Because adults don't like being talked to that way. I'm just saying, okay. Now, in the energy of the connection, we have the pomegranate showing up. Okay. So let's see what we have. You have opportunity assistance showing up magically here, okay? It has something to do with you having learned your worth and your value. So now, because you've learned your worth and your value, you aligned with some here, okay? You don't see it coming. All you know is your decision for self-love is the most important decision you've been made in a long time, and you're really focused there, and you're letting your intuition guide you. And so a change is coming up in your energy here, and it leads to long-term beneficial experiences and opportunities, because you're no longer sitting in that victimization energy, casting those words over your life. Okay, the pomegranate, true or false? Pomegranates are native to the West Indies. False. They are native to the Middle East. I think it would be great if every time the Middle East came up in these cards, I would think about pomegranates, because they should totally, yeah, okay. Anyways, multiple choice question. Which one of these is not a name for pomegranates? The Chinese apple, the granada, the pinto. Open-ended question. Surely temples are made with ginger ale, orange juice, and a red syrup that was traditionally made from pomegranate juice. Name the syrup. Grenadine. Okay. A few things coming through here. So the Middle East connects to a lot of different energies in this deck. I've clearly read this card before, because as soon as I seen the pinto, I was like, oh my God. Okay, yeah. So pinto is not a name of the pomegranates. What a pinto is, when I saw it, first thing I thought about was a bean. Okay. But immediately with that, I saw the pinto, the car, the pinto. It's an old school car. It was like it was the pinto, the first compact car. Hey Siri. Does my Siri work? Nope, it's not. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. This will work if I remember to use it. Tell me about the Pinto, Ford Pinto. The Ford Pinto is a subcompact car that was manufactured and marketed by Ford Motor Company in North America from the 1971 to 1980 model years. The Pinto was the first subcompact vehicle produced by Ford in North America. Since the 1970s, the safety reputation of the Pinto has generated controversy. Yeah, I heard about that as a kid. All right, so this situation is a Pinto. There's something about the Pinto. Okay, it's an old school energy. So somebody here has an old school mentality. They might be of Latin culture. They might be Mexican because of the pinto bean. Frijoles con chicharrones. Okay. This fucking Shirley Temple recipe is messing with my head again. Hold on. I'm gonna Google that. I'm gonna Google that and see what come up, because Shirley Temple recipe. This card gave a whole like thing: ginger ale, orange juice, and the red syrup that was grenadine. Okay, a Shirley Temple, what I know is Sprite and grenadine, which is what the maraschino cherry sauce is. The grenadine is in the, I don't know if, is that grenadine? Okay, listen. See, it says here, this Shirley Temple recipe says fill a glass with ice, put grenadine in lemon lime soda, and garnish with maraschino cherries. Yeah, that's the Shirley Temple I know. So I had to write it here, Sprite and grenadine. That's all it is, with maraschino cherries on top. Two people got a completely different fucking recipe on how to do something here. Okay, what I'm seeing with your loved one in spirit, they had a whole set way of doing things when they were here. Now that they're in spirit, oh, they see that the recipe that they had wasn't quite the real recipe. And there was some, it was like overcomplicating shit. They saw that they were overcomplicating shit. At the end of the day, the true only thing that matters is love. See, because within love comes the peace, the health, the wealth, the happiness, everything else you want. If you could just find more ways to just love more in your days, that's something what's going on in this situation. Now, that's what your loved one in spirit has figured out. I'm not the victim. I am the lighthouse. The other thing is the lighthouse lets you know that the shore is there, that you've reached land. Okay. And again, I'm getting that energy of you're going to channel messages from source through the feeling or the conscious connection to your loved one who is there that is source now in spirit. They are spirit, man. They are spirit. Okay. On the other side of the table, we had the Four of Discs. And I said, a lot of you, this was you just protecting your own heart and all of that. For some, there could be an earth sign there that's holding their energy back in some sort of way. But let's find out. We have the Queen of Wands. And for some of you, none of these zodiac signs are going to make sense, but all the messages will. Queen of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Do you have her in your experience on the other side of the table? Okay, let's see what else. The Six of Wands. A Victory card. The Seven of Cups. Unconditional love. The Six of Cups. Blast from the past. I'm afraid to give in to my feelings. Protective. I'm telling you, somebody's protecting their heart. They're afraid to give in to their feelings. Somebody is afraid to give in to their feelings. Restriction is showing up, and is showing up in reverse. When I move my body, I bust through all that blocks me from my true health and vitality. Hold on. And then for our trivia card, we have a brand. I bet y'all know this one. I think everybody does. Pringles. So, I heard, don't let this smile I wear make you think that I don't care. Ever since you decided to go, oh, I need you so. I'm scared, I just want you to know. Okay. Somebody is protecting their energy, thinking about the past illusions and delusions and overcoming them. Somebody is looking at you feeling like, hey, you were playing with me the whole time. They're looking at you like they think you were playing with them the whole time. Well, if this reading is about you and them, then no, you weren't playing with them. It was uncomfortable for you too, but you did it anyways. Yeah, because you were in a different place of healing than what this person is in. They're still in fear of their own fucking feelings. And you're over here navigating life by them. Big difference in energies. And in the energy of the connection, yeah, you outgrew something. You outgrew something. In their energy. Why is Mr. Pringles here? Let's find out. But this person here, look, they need to act. They need to act. They need to act to remove restrictions, or they're being in restriction, or they restricting their self. Yes. Bing, 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 bing. Dang, 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 dang. I win. That's it right there. Yeah, somebody is restricting themselves, afraid to give into actions. It don't mean their mind has gone anywhere, or their feelings have gone anywhere, or their heart has gone anywhere. But they're allowing the blocks to their health and vitality. Yeah, look at how blocked up the energy is, holding back, pulling back their energy. Okay, so true or false about Pringles? The designer of the unique Pringles packaging had some of his cremated remains buried in a Pringles can. True, his name was Frederick Bauer. Multiple choice. In 2011, Pringles did a mail-in offer for a gadget that would turn a Pringles can into a what? Was it a kaleidoscope, a speaker, or a telescope? It was a speaker. Open-ended question. According to the manufacturer, what is the name of the Pringles mascot? Julius Pringles. Okay. So, for someone, this is your grandmother coming through. She's here. You need to know that. That's what I'm getting. Something about jingles with her. Did she sing a lot of TV jingles? She always sang the TV jingles with the TV back in the day. Well, I'm sure they still have TV jingles, Melinda, just because you don't really see any commercials. But somebody does. Somebody, grandma, knew all the TV jingles and was singing with the commercials. Okay. So, somebody is showing up as a Pringles can. They had an opportunity to turn into a speaker. Somebody here was just a chips container. A container for chips. Look, Sonic has chips. He has his gold coins. Sonic got some. And he running straight to the tree. He's running straight to the portal to go into a new dimension, to go into a new world. Somebody here had the opportunity, or has the opportunity. Somebody's holding back from the opportunity to invest in being a speaker in some sort of way. So is it you're holding back your time, you're holding back your money, you're holding back your energy from it? You somebody's afraid to speak the fuck up. There it is right there. Somebody needs to learn to speak up, say what they really feel. I heard ever since they were a child, they always had a hard time talking about how they feel. Okay, I get it. You're no longer 7 years old. Are you going to wait to get cremated in that Pringles jar, or are you going to turn into a speaker at some point? Oh boy, that's for this person, whoever this is. You know who it is. What you need to know. The Ace of Discs shows up. So the other thing I'm getting, hold on a second. Back to the other side of the table, because they said you didn't talk about it as the other side of this experience. What experience? The experience of the magic that's happening for somebody here, because they've been focused on their goals. Because they've been focused on their goals, your action has had you on restriction. In other words, your divine masculine has been on some sort of restriction, and now that's opening up. You're beginning to act more because you said to yourself, I am a speaker. I'm going to speak. Your grandmother energy is with you. So for somebody, this, everything I said is, and everything I say will be true through the whole freaking reading. Whoever you are, let me know that the whole dang reading was yours. Claim it at the end. This whole reading was mine. Okay. If we make a great point that makes an impact, quote us in the comments so we can see what is affecting and what is helpful, what is giving you that energetic shift. Because something is shifting here. There's a shift in your energy and opening up in your energy. And we would love to know where we're helpful with that. But you are having this shift in your energy. You're right now, you're in this phase of holding on to some talent, skill, or ability that you've had since you were a child. The time to take action on that is coming up. But you're afraid of something. Don't want to do it because I don't know. I don't think I could do it. I just don't know if I got it. I'm too shy. I can't stand on that stage. I can't pick up that microphone. I can't tell people my story. I can't tell no one my truth. Something like that. However that applies, whether it's you or someone else. What you need to know is Ace of Discs. You got an offer coming. You got a golden opportunity here being given to you from the divine. Clarifying that, the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. Six of Pentacles. The nose, man, and mine has just been going off. Okay. And the Three of Pentacles. I'd rather go off this way, I guess, than the other way it goes off. All right. Thank you. All right. There's a push and pull that's been going on in your experience. Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. I got to move it. I got to move it. Something like that. I like to move it. So somebody here, you like to move it. Somebody else don't like to move it. Somebody else want to stay home and you going out. Something like that. Okay. What you need to know is it was a good idea for you to sever ties and go solo is what I see, because we have the Six of Pentacles, six of Pentacles turning into Three of Pentacles. What you need to know is it's a good idea for you to go solo. It's a good idea for you to spend the time in your own energy. It's a good idea for you to be on your own and focus on that thing, because you're realizing which one of these things that you love to do. I feel like you've been doing a lot of different things all at once, but there's one particular thing that's going to come and go to the forefront now, is the way I'm seeing it. I am ready to get frisky by trying new things, adventurous. Yeah, you about to go ahead and push past that comfort zone so you can go ahead and turn that dream into an accomplishment. Praise. Yay. I love it. The word success is here. You will meet with success. Here is what you need to know. And if you knew, and now that you do know, if we knew that we would meet with success, what would have been the first step? And then what would have been the next step after that? But just start at the first step. And once you make that step, then contemplate the next step. It's all about taking that first step right here. Wow. I measure my success by how much fun I'm having. Success, again, is what you need to know. And it should be fun. It should feel fun. Life is not meant to be drudgery and misery. This actress is showing up. Her name is Cara Delevingne. Okay. True or false? Delevingne was an actress before becoming a model. False. Hold on a second. They say go back to the dings from the last card. From the dings in the last position, when I rang the bell on, I believe it was a question about turning the can into a speaker. The seventh one, my nail missed the bowl, and there was a delay in the seventh one. So there's your need to take action, and create movement by trying to hold on to what you have has caused some kind of delays, but that energy is being opened up now because you're taking that action. You, again, and this is evident here in this position. So, okay. Multiple choice question. Oh, hold on. It was false. And the answer was false. She was a British Fashion Awards model of the year before she did her first movie. So, no, she was not an actress before becoming a model. She was a model first, then an actress. Okay. Multiple choice. In which of these movies did Delevingne appear? Was it Ender's Game, Lucy, or Suicide Squad? It was Suicide Squad. And in the open-ended question, in what sci-fi film did Levine play a soldier serving in the United Human Federation? It was Valerian in the City of 1,000 Planets. Okay. Need to look up that movie. Okay. Suicide Squad. I don't even remember that one. I remember Lucy. I remember Ender's Game. No, I don't remember Ender's Game. I don't know that movie at all. Why was I saying that? Because you remember the end game in this situation, and you remember how you elevated your consciousness with Ender's Game and Lucy. And what you need to know is somebody is set on a Suicide Squad mission here. Okay. So whether that's a spiritual death or a physical death. So for somebody here, clearly my experience is coming through, and I genuinely am grateful that it's benefited so many of you. But my father's suicide is coming up. What I need to know. This definitely applies to me as well as part of this collective. Okay. With that. Now, what did my father's suicide do for me? It was a spiritual awakening for me. It caused me to look at myself, my emotions, and what I was holding on to. And now I'm at a fresh new start. And so, and it's not even for me so much a fresh new start. When was the fresh new start? The fresh new start really was when it happened. And then the whole thing has just been a slow, gradual process where it's like you didn't realize your hair got so long over the years. All right, let's look at this Valerian in the City of 1,000 Planets. Thank you. I could have spoke to the phone again and did that faster. Anyway, in the 28th century, special operatives Valerian and Laureline worked together to maintain order throughout the human territories. Under assignment from the Minister of Defense, the duo embarks on a mission to Alpha, an ever-expanding metropolis, where diverse species gather to share knowledge and culture. When a dark force threatens the peaceful city, Valerian and Laureline must race against time, to identify the menace that also jeopardizes the future of the universe. I have to watch this movie. So there's a lot in this. What you need to know, you and this person came in this whole going from victim to victor energy. There's a whole reading I did in the quarantine version of the Love, Peace, and Happiness retreat. This whole energy of going from victim to victor here has a widespread effect for humanity. For each one of us that gets there, that actually does what the process is to be that, as we've been called to with the I think, I feel, I see, I do, I act, I be, I love card, contributes greatly by unlocking the authentic nature and connecting more purely with that divine source energy. Under assignment from the Minister of Defense. So, under assignment, who is the Minister of Defense? The higher self. The duo embarks on a mission to Alpha, that's source, which is an ever expanding metropolis. That's what source is, an ever expanding metropolis where diverse species gather to share knowledge and culture. For some of you, you need to understand this is the experience of your loved ones, okay? But the difference in this is that the dark force is only within us who are still in a physical vessel, because the dark force is part of the human mind. That was coming out with all those messages that we had recently about Lucifer. Okay. All right. And there's a vibe here of a race against time. So the timing is very perfect, is what you need to know. So what you need to know is you cross the finish line either just on time, in perfect timing, or ahead of the originally thought schedule. You kept doing things that advanced the schedule, is what I'm getting. So it was perfect, is what you need to know. Double success. And I'm getting a card from the Starseed Oracle. Double mission to uplift humanity. Hold on a second. Let me find the book for it. I'll find it. It's a double mission. Where's the Starseed Oracle book? Come on. There you are. The card is double mission. Hold on. It's on page 56. 5 is changes. 6, harmony. 11 is what they make together. And that is that lighted runway. That's the justice card. Okay. Double mission. Light workers, starseed. Serve the world by being you. Light workers, starseeds are mission and purpose oriented. Many have the feeling that time's running out and there's something they came here to do, create, or contribute. They're here to grow as souls individually, which is the individual mission, and also to contribute to the planet in some action-oriented way, the collective mission. That's exactly like this show, you guys. This show exists because I've been doing the processes for myself. And then I was like, well, shit, if this worked for me, and I ain't trying to see no dang counselors and psychologists and psychiatrists, and they could keep their goddamn, why don't they go sit down and take their own pills somewhere? Because I don't want them. That's my attitude about that. So this double mission has to do with you choosing a healing path for yourself, and whatever that looks like, and then sharing what was it that helped you to become the better version of yourself that you are today, from tapping into your true authentic nature. Okay. And then it says their collective mission is often answered through a career calling or by devoting their life to something bigger. Until they remember their collective mission, it can feel as if something's missing or that they're forgetting something important. Pause on the book. You know what? It wasn't until I really got into doing my show that I learned to be happy in my own energy. I was never comfortable really sleeping by myself, that I can really remember, because I was in a lot of relationships for most of my younger life. And I remember being uncomfortable with it, and feeling some longing or whatever, missing energy and all that shit, and loneliness and lonely teardrops. But after I really embraced my calling, like, honestly, I'm cool getting in my bed. And there's a many a nights where I'll lay there and be like, oh, I'm so thankful and grateful. I could just stretch out across my whole bed and just be me and do me and not think about nothing or no one. I'm in my room on my own, and that's okay. So there's something here about that, being okay with yourself as always part of the individual mission. Okay. Play on the book. It's common for light worker starseeds to feel that they're different, and they may carry soul memories of being visible or sharing their voice. As such, they may protect themselves by dimming their light in order to fit in, or by spending time in some sort of closet, such as a spiritual closet. If you pull this card, you're being called to remember your collective mission and step into it even more fully. You're being reminded that your role as a light worker is to light up the world with your presence. This doesn't have to be a great big thing or a decision you need to make. You also don't need to have a great big plan. If you resonate with being a light worker, all you need to do is work out what lights you up, your passions and joys, and keep doing that. When you trust and follow the simple path of things that light you up and then lose yourself in the doing, you'll light up the world without even trying. How can you serve the world? By being you. That's what you need to know. I love that. Perfect. All right. In the guidance, until further notice, celebrate, honey. Go for the joy. Like they said, do what lights you up. That's why it's called a light worker. It's not because you don't know your shadow, which that's maybe more a personal message to me, but you know your shadow and your light, and you choose to work in the light, in the actions that you take. Also, quality time with quality experiences and individuals is significant and important for you. Who are your spiritual running mates? Because it's important for you to make sure you run with them every once in a while. So some of you go running literally, physically with your friends. Some of y'all just run the streets together. Or some of y'all just run the book club together. The book club? Okay, y'all got a book club. Hey. All right. The Seven of Swords is our first clarifier, with the Two of Pentacles coming out next. Then we have the Chariot. And finally, we have the Lovers. Guidance. You're connecting with your friends, okay? You're making a switch up to overcome situations regarding a decision. You're on Victory Road. If you choose your happiness, what you'll be doing is recollecting yourself. It's the recollection of you. That sounds like a great, hold on, I gotta write that down. It's the recollection of you. Okay. Multiply, honey. Multiply, multiply. This is like running your mouth about a good thing. You've been keeping your mouth quiet. You're about to switch it up. The whole world's about to know. You're about to open up your mouth. You're about to talk. You're a speaker. You're about to get it out. Okay, if you were wondering about your life purpose when you found this reading, or what you're here to do, and you've had any kind of spirit been training you to speak, honey, it's time to speak. Kick it up a notch. Keep doing it more. And they're like, yeah, the show's gotten way longer than it ever used to be. We're kicking it up a notch, doing it more. Okay, I release my need to be perfect, and I center into my commitment to serve the world more love. This is totally what I did when I started open mic speaking, which was part of my spiritual training for this work that I do here. Because I did feel shy and I was embarrassed. When I first picked up that mic, I would shake. I would do like this. And even other people, I would talk to them and they didn't see it. It wasn't visible to them. But I felt it. I felt it. I could see the microphone jiggling in my hand. You're jiggling, baby. I heard you jiggling. But again, grandma coming through, there was it a jiggling energies or jingle energy? Okay. So maybe you got some jingles just like your grandma has some jingles or something like that. And you got your one-liners. And with those, you serve the world more love. Show enough. We have a amphibian showing up. We have the long-tailed salamander. So, for our final round of trivia, true or false? Salamanders can regrow body parts that have been severed. True. They can regrow limbs, tails, and even heal damage to organs such as the heart, brain, and lungs. Okay. And I heard picking up the pace with the way that bell rang, or the bow went. Which of these is not a species of salamander? Was it the hellbender, the mud puppy, or the sapsucker? Wow. It was the sapsucker. Open-ended question. In mythology, which of the classical elements, air, earth, fire, or water, is associated with salamanders? Fire. Okay. I heard fired up. Okay. So, what is your guidance? Regrow. Regrow limbs. Somebody here, you went through a whole experience with a person who came into your life. I pick up on two energies. Maybe it was a lover and their parent, and there was a whole like damage experiencing, very damaging and hurtful experience where you really gave a lot of yourself from it, and it just landed up in a sorrowful place. And anywhere where you're holding on to so much pain of missing the physical touches and embraces of your loved ones in spirit, you were really vibing with that message. In time, you will heal. It's like growth. It's going to happen over time. Okay. You didn't just shoot up to 5 feet tall now overnight, or in my case, 5'9". I'm a lot taller than y'all be thinking. All right. The sapsucker. A hellbender is not the. Don't be a hellbender, and don't be a mud puppy. Don't be out there using your magical powers for evil. Long, dramatic pause. And don't be stuck in the mud. Just because you was born in the mud, Melinda, doesn't mean you have to stay there. You can get up and clean yourself off and move on. Thank you, Mommy. Go hug your tree, sapsucker. New term for a tree hugger is now sapsucker. Especially if you go up there and you actually put your face on them trees when you're hugging them. I tend to touch my third eye to the tree. So yeah, sapsucker. You suck that sap right into that third eye, baby. Yes, you do. You connect with that tree, and you connect with the earth, and you connect with all creation in doing so. This is a beautiful way to tap into the Akashic field. Thank you. Guidance. So some of you been doing the tree hugging thing for a long time, didn't know what you was actually doing was tapping into the Akashic field. How beautiful is that? Fire energy, honey, can you light a fire under this right now? That's what they want you to do. Fire it up. They want you to fire it up. What am I hearing? Racers, on your mark. Get ready. Get set. Are you ready? Are you set? Go. It's time. It's go time, people. To get yourself on that stage. Write that book. Sing that song. Make those clothes. Make that food. What you do that serves the world more love, that feels so fantastic, but you be so worried about I got to get it right. I got to get it right. Anywhere where you have been healing yourself from some broken bridges in your past, shit that just didn't work out, that gave you a lot of personal sorrow and dissatisfaction with your life, you've moved yourself into this new position, honey. Stand in your position. I see you've really raised the bar from where your parents did. And you know, a parent, that's what you really want. What you really want is to have your children surpass you. And you'll see that. As your children become adults, I believe you will see that. I see that you will see that. Mm-hmm. And they just go multiply. Mm-hmm. And are we talking about your human vaginally birthed children, or are we talking about your spiritual babies or your fur babies, or both? For somebody, your loved one in spirit is your fur babies. There's been a divine plan the whole time, and it was at the bottom of our main deck. And it was the first clarifier in our guiding position. So stay on the divine plan from start to finish. Follow the divine plan. The divine plan right now for you is choosing that path that feels better. The way you feel today, maybe you don't feel better today. That's okay. But the way you feel right now, it's really how you feel. To get where you're going, you got to acknowledge where you're coming from, right? But if you could just wrap your head around this idea that feelings come and go. And so maybe right now I don't feel so great, but in a minute I'm going to be feeling way better. For some of you, you could be noticing things ain't been going so great in your life since you met a certain person. You met this stranger in your life and you let them in a little bit too close, and a whole blow up happened in your life because somebody refused to take action. But you're not a victim. You're the lighthouse, baby. That's why they found their way to you, because they were lost in the dark, and you are lit the fuck up. Stay lit up. You light up by that self-love energy, by getting down to your core. You know that if you ain't empowered and in your power, in your energy, how can you bring it to anything else? Mm-hmm. So if you decided to send in a $10 or more donation for a personal question, now is the time to put it in the comments where I can find it and put your question right now, because I'm about to read this postcard from Spirit. And then I'll be done for the Tarot in the Shadows tonight. Wow, only an hour and 37 minutes in. I love. Doesn't matter. It is what it is every time. Sometimes I'm just mind blown. I'm like, oh my God. All right. Dear you, sometimes you just feel like no one understands you. You're not heard, or even that you don't count. This, my dear, is a terrible illusion. And although your feelings tell you that abandonment is real, well, we who love you know better. You are never alone, and even when rejection happens, you are ultimately being protected. So better things can replace what wouldn't have worked in the first place. Everyone on this side of the veil is watching over you and rooting for your ultimate success. Life loves you. We love you. And you are a unique spark of the divine and always connected to the light and to source. You are always in our care. Trust and keep the faith. Love you always, always and forever. Yes, I really do love each moment with you. Hey. It's just like a dream for me that somehow came true. And I know tomorrow will still be the same, 'cause we got a life of love that won't ever change. And every day, love me your own special way. melt on my heart always with a smile. Take time to tell me you really care, and we'll share tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to stop there. Together. Okay, we'll be together. So for somebody, they'll always forever love you. Your loved ones in spirit will always forever love you. And one day you're going to be spirit too. But until then, so much came out in this message. It was all confirmed by this postcard from spirit. Yeah, powerful. So with all that being said and done, until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks.